contest and a high level of fair, clean, and wholesome competition. Good luck to both teams.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
Your pickup is an extension of you. Whether it's a work truck or a daily driver, you'll probably add a brush guard, steps, or rhino lining, spray-in bed liner, or running boards, bed mat, and cargo cover. If you're towing a camper, you may need a fifth wheel hitch. If it's your pride and joy, consider custom wheels and tires to go along with everything else. V&E Custom Trucks can take your stock pickup, just like every other Joe on the block, and turn it into your one-of-a-kind dream machine. Or just make it a lot more functional for you. Whatever your taste, whatever your budget, talk to the experts and V&E Custom Trucks. Highway 70 in Lone Grove, 657-6536.
PayMe Checking is the #1 debit card at Communication Federal. With good reason, because you earn real money rewards with your Visa debit card. With Communication Federal, you can get a fresh, shiny, new debit card at the branch same day, so you can get out there and do your thing and get rewards for doing it. Open your PayMe checking account online at comfedcu.org or at any branch in just a few minutes. PayMe Checking, only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Curbside pickup from Applebee's of Ardmore is an easy way to enjoy all of your Applebee's game day favorites. Favorites like the Fiesta Lime Chicken or made-to-order burgers. And Applebee's 2 for $25 is always a winning play. Order online or via the Applebee's app. Or better yet, have Applebee's cater your game day party. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. Applebee's of Ardmore. Open till midnight Sunday through Thursday and open till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays.
Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery has been caring for the people of Southern Oklahoma for over 40 years. As board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgeons, Dr. Wallace and Dr. Sutherland have the highest level of expertise in the removal of wisdom teeth, placement of dental implants, facial injuries, corrective jaw surgery, jaw pain, and facial cosmetic surgery. By continually learning innovative techniques and utilizing the most up-to-date technology, they are able to provide world-class oral and facial surgery right here in Southern Oklahoma. To discuss your oral or facial surgical needs, call the experts at Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery.
Athletic injuries are essentially orthopedic injuries with sport-specific components. At Excel Therapy, our goal is for the athlete to return to the sport quickly. Excel Therapy can assist in speeding up recovery following surgery by improving range of motion, strength, and flexibility. At Excel Therapy, we excel at sports medicine. We excel at physical therapy. We excel at helping you excel. With clinics in Ardmore and Durant, our team excels at orthopedic injury recovery and sports medicine. Find us at exceltherapyok.com.
We welcome you inside the Kerr Activities Center at East Central University here in Ada, Oklahoma for the second round of the Area Consolation Bracket Tournament. It's a game between the Lone Grove Lady Longhorns and the Elgin Lady Owls. Both teams ran out of their respective tunnels around 10 minutes prior to the tip-off time, and there's about 1:30 left, so both teams will head to their respective benches, and we will get this game started here on KICM TV. Welcome inside, once again, the Kerr Activities Center. It's Andy Dunham, it's Aiden Hale, bringing you play-by-play, and we watched some two great games yesterday afternoon, Aiden. First starting off with the Lady Longhorns winning in walk-off fashion thanks to a Rayana White layup to give the Lady Horns the victory, 54-52 to advance to this very game.
Yeah, talk about a magical way for the Lady Longhorns season to continue to keep going. A Rayana White layup to close out the Medill Lady Wildcats, who we gave a lot of props to yesterday, and they played fantastic. But another amazing win, and today, it's going to be this exact same way against the Elgin Owlettes. You like that, huh?
The Owlettes. I love it. Rendition of the nation's song, the national anthem. Let's meet the starting lineups first for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Elgin Owlettes. Let's meet the starting lineups first for the visitors on the scoreboard. It's the Elgin Lady Owls, led by third-year man Tanner Mraz. And it starts with number 2, Kinley Garrett, number 10, Marissa Mraz, number 12, Sabrina Williams, number 23, Chloe Carter, and number 33, Kelby Carter. And for the Lone Grove Lady Longhorns, led by also third-year man Jesse Buck, second season as the Lady Longhorn coach. It's number 23, Sadie Hockersmith, number 14, Callie Williamson, number 1, Gracie Lewis, number 22, Presley Hunt, and the hero of the round 1 game for the Lady Longhorns, number 15, senior guard Rayana White. It's Kelby Carter and Sadie Hockersmith at midcourt. Thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon on KICM TV. Good crowds overall on both sides. and we are underway. Winner earns a trip to the Area Consolation Championship game, and we will have a first play left-handed drive on the left side of the floor by Kinley Garrett. The ball was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Longhorns.
And we're going to talk about how important it is, in especially these late round games where it's going to be important for the Longhorns to start boxing out.
Chloe Carter with a great move, up and under, in for two. And it is the Elgin Lady Owls who open up the scoring, 2-0 with 7.5 to play in the first quarter. Callie Williamson had a terrific game yesterday for the Lady Longhorns. Was the second leading scorer. She fires a three. She missed her first attempt. Give credit to Gracie Lewis, who got the offensive rebound, and from the right wing, it's Williamson knocking down a three-pointer. 3-2 in favor of the Lady Longhorns. Hail Mary pass ahead. Last touch by Hawkersmith of the Lady Longhorns. We stay with Elgin.
And the Lady Longhorns, early start so far offensively. You like to see that trend continued throughout this game and find ways. A big factor in that's going to be Callie Williamson. She had a terrific game yesterday as well.
They go right back to Chloe Carter inside. She misses the shot but gets her offensive rebound and puts it in. 4-3. It's Kelby Carter 4, Lady Longhorns 3. Under 7 minutes to play already. A minute has gone by. We've seen 7 combined points. Both teams scoring on their first offensive possession. Sadie Hawkersmith, the senior, driving inside, and she gets it in for 2. She was the leading scorer yesterday afternoon with 19 points. Hawkersmith, who has plenty of experience in this building playing in an area tournament game. This is her second round area tournament game. The ball was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Horns, 5-4 the score, 6:35 left in the first quarter.
And Andy, she has came around so much here in these past few games. And Sadie Hawkersmith has been the most aggressive Longhorn that they've needed offensively and defensively. She has been a center point in the foundation for what this Longhorn team is needing.
Carter so far has had her way with the Lady Horns, and it continues. 6-5. Elgin now back in front. Going back to Hawkersmith, who catches it underneath the basket. Pass was too high from White. It's a turnover. Hawkersmith has been the only Lady Horn to score in double figures in all 4 postseason games for Jessie Buck's squad. And yesterday that trend continued by a wide margin. She actually had 10 in the first half alone, finished with 19. However, missed 2 crucial free throws down the stretch that could have put the game away. Brianna White, of course, we mentioned in the opener, was the hero of yesterday's game. That is Kelby Carter again. She's got 8 points. That was Carter. She's got 6. Chloe Carter has 2. Out of bounds, there's going to be, actually, it was a travel called. Tanner Mraz, the young man who took over for the Elgin Owls in the beginning of the 2023-2024 season. He was elevated as the interim head coach. Now we have a turnover on the inbound pass by Elgin. Mraz, it was a bumpy road for his first 1.5 years, if you will. He finished the 2024 season as the interim head coach 5-5, and last year the Lady Owls went 7-17. Williamson is open for 3. Elgin cannot leave Callie Williamson open, especially if she's on point like she was yesterday afternoon. 8-5, Elgin off of the miss from Williamson from the left wing.
And right now, the Elgin Owls, they're attacking at will, and that's the first shot, big shot of the day for them.
Yeah, long miss, long shot. Sabrina Williams misses. Presley Hunt the rebound. She was quiet yesterday, only 2 points, but dealt with some foul trouble in the loss to Medill. Another offensive rebound. Gracie Lewis has instilled her will in this game on the offensive glass. She gets rewarded with a foul. First substitution of the day belongs to the Long Grove Lady Longhorns, and it's Maggie Nance who checks in for Gracie Lewis. 8-5, 5:16 left in the first quarter. White corner, Hunt, she's open. She's got to knock it down, misses it. Ball was tapped around on the offensive glass, but controlled by Elgin. Score is still 8-5. 5 minutes now left to play in the first quarter.
You kind of have to wonder how that's going to affect Hunt throughout this game. She's kind of having a cold streak in the last game against Medill. Got to find ways to find your shooters. Hunt, White, even Williamson.
So far, Elgin is noticing what is working for them so far. All their points have come in the paint. Although they've scored 8, could have been 10 right there, but Williams misses the layup. But once again on the offensive glass, it's the services of Chloe Carter and Kelby Carter. Kelby Carter, number 33, with 6 points. Chloe Carter has 2. She can add to that total at the free throw line. And once again, Elgin working on the offensive glass and getting second chance points.
And that's been a deciding factor even from yesterday's game, where we saw that the Lady Longhorns struggled to get boards, struggled to get defensive boards and stuff. Now with the 2 Carter twins, I mean, it's going to be a nightmare if they can't figure this out.
They're the definition of double trouble, huh?
Oh, yeah.
They've combined for all 10 points for the Elgin Lady Owls. As Chloe Carter went 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 10-5 in favor of Elgin. Lady Horns working at the top of your screen. It is Hockersmith who drives inside. She draws a foul. And Tanner Mraz looks at the official in the middle of your screen, standing just above the NCAA logo, and he is going to want an explanation. But Hockersmith, who did this well in the second quarter alone, she had 6 free throw attempts, and by the way, she made all 6. Part of the reason why she finished with double figures in the first half. Her first free throw is up, and it is no good.
And this is what something Jesse Buck needs to see out of one of his best players, senior, a leader on this team, is being aggressive early, right? Where in games where they need situations, they need stuff to happen, Sadie Hockersmith has been delivering.
1 of 2 from the free throw line goes Hockersmith, and Callie Wallace will check in for Hockersmith. So some early substitutions often for Jesse Buck's squad. The Lady Owls have yet to make a substitution. They still lead by 4, 10-6, 4.5 to play. Almost caught in some trouble. Lady Owls break the press. Garrett looked to drive inside, and it was off her own foot. Give credit to Callie Williamson getting inside and deflecting the pass.
And Jesse Buck's gonna have to start being a little bit more aggressive too. They've seen the trouble that they can give the Elgin Lady Owls on offense.
White got double teamed right as she was looking to cross the timeline. Kind of some Maya Brown treatment yesterday from Medill. If you remember yesterday's game, Maya Brown was the star for the Medill Lady Wildcats, and she kind of got that same treatment that Rayona White just got. 2 guards met her out front at the half-court line. Williamson penetrates, right-handed layup off the glass and in for 2. It's 10-8, and now some full-court pressure shown by the Lady Horns. Lady Owls have to get it in. It's a good entry pass off the inbounds, and now the Lady Owls have numbers. It's a backside pass. Wide open layup was just missed by Kelby Carter. That's been uncharacteristic for her so far in this first quarter, but Maggie Nance has trouble getting it out. Carter saves it. She threw it off of Nance. It's Lady Owl basketball.
And both teams, Andy, right now showing a lot of effort, showing a lot of passion on defense, and both teams kind of flustered by the pressure at times when they get the ball. You like to see both teams kind of settle down, kind of see what they can do here.
Carter in for 2. No. Got her own miss. Puts it up and in for 2. That's been the story so far. With 3:40 left in the first quarter, it's been Elgin working the second chance opportunities. Williamson thought about the 3, instead feeds to a cutting White for 2. Same spot, same result the last possession. It was Williamson who hit the layup, and now it's White with her first points of the afternoon.
And you can see kind of fatigue in Carter. I think this offense and defense is kind of making Elgin struggle just a little bit.
Yeah, you see Sabrina Williamson with a reckless drive down the lane. Lost the basketball. Alicia Stevenson is in. Stevenson got some important minutes yesterday afternoon in the 54-52 win against Medill. 12-10 is the score. Elgin has led by as many as 6 so far in the contest. Lady Horns can either tie it or take the lead with a 3. Callie Wallace sets, fires, and that's an air ball. Wallace can shoot the 3. She hit a 3 in the regional championship loss to Douglas. Under 3 minutes to play, it's Elgin who retains possession.
And that's got to be aggressive from Wallace. Don't want to mess up your rhythm and not think about taking that shot. Take the shot already. You're already in rhythm.
Carter got right to the rack. All she had to do was get behind Wallace. There was no help on the block. And Chloe Carter with 6 points. Two and a half to play. Lewis drives. No good on the layup. Lady Horns couldn't make it 3 consecutive trips. With a layup from that exact spot. Marissa Mraz in trouble. Out. Williams, 3-pointer. That's down. And on her second attempt, Sabrina Williams rips the courts from beyond the arc. Hunt the other way, as fast as she can go, puts up the shot, and she got a shooter's bounce.
And that's what we've been wanting to see from Hunt. We know how good of a shooter she is.
She opened up the scoring yesterday afternoon, but unfortunately that was her only bucket of the game. We mentioned she had foul trouble, and she did not play majority of the second half, and really in the second quarter as well. She notches her first points. 3 in, 3 out for the Lady Longhorns, and a 2 in, 2 out for the Elgin Lady Owls.
And right now, the Lady Longhorns, they do have a deep bench to keep the energy replenished. It's going to be a problem if Elgin can't get into their bag of girls. Might be haunting, especially the way the Lady Longhorns are playing defense right now.
Number 30, Jasmine Simmons is in. Three-pointer. It was uncontested by Garrett. She missed the shot, but once again on the offensive glass is Kelby Carter. She is feasting inside. Look at her go. Missing both attempts. And here come the Lady Longhorns out for the races. Hockersmith, right-handed layup, no good. The ball was tapped around by Elisa Stevenson, but there was a foul, and it was on Stevenson. The official called an over-the-back foul. Here comes White, who races up to the scorer's table. She gets Stevenson. Stevenson with a quick 2 fouls in her only 3 minutes of service.
And Andy, might I be crazy to say that with how Elgin and Carter are playing down there at low, you might want to start boxing one in her, making her life miserable down low. Like you said, they've gotten most of all their points from the post area, specifically from Carter.
Jaden Cronley is in. Maybe Cronley can kind of help with Williams wide open for 3. She's already hit 1 on her now 3rd attempt. It was out of bounds, last touch by the Lady Longhorns. You think that maybe Cronley, with her size ability, maybe she can try to post up on Carter. In the number 23, she's the leading scorer for the Owls on the floor. Kelby Carter has 8, stolen. Williamson with a terrific move and a Euro step, left-handed layup. It crawled in and out. Williams, the rebound. It was either out of bounds or there was a foul. It was a foul on Elgin and Tanner Mraz. As you can see at the bottom, almost right-hand corner of your screen, he's irate at the call. Of course, we saw our man Eric Litherland yesterday get after the officials in the McLeod-Ardmore game. These coaches know what's at stake. Mraz has not sat down in this first quarter so far. He's been active. Letty Horns with good ball movement. Right corner. Williamson. Cronley is open. Missed the shot. Nance with a rebound, skying in. And there will be a jump ball. Possession arrow will belong to the Lady Longhorns. We stay right here with 32 seconds left.
And I got to give credit to Nance right there, trying to go for the board. A lot of the times, these girls, they kind of flee the scene, but Nance already trying to get as much boards as possible. That is going to be an X factor in this game, as much possessions as possible, and Nance wants it right there.
Another substitution for the Lady Owls. We will get to that in a moment. 28 seconds left. Right wing 3. It's a bottom triple for Callie Williamson. She's been money so far in this first quarter for Jesse Buck's squad. That's a Sabrina Williams, really a wide open layup. Just split the sea. Williamson again pulling up, missed it. Hunt was there for the rebound. It fell right in her lap. She put up the shot and missed it, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Fast-paced action. You like points? How about 35 combined points in 8 minutes of play? We'll be back after these words on KICM TV. Don't go anywhere.
PayMe checking is the #1 debit card at Communication Federal. With good reason, because you earn real money rewards with your Visa debit card. With Communication Federal, you can get a fresh, shiny new debit card at the branch same day, so you can get out there and do your thing and get rewards for doing it. Open your PayMe checking account online at comfedcu.org or at any branch in just a few minutes. PayMe checking, only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
1916 is your score, as you can see on your screen here at the Kerr Activities Center, the KAC in Ada, OK. Knocked out of bounds by Lewis. Great facility. We're in a different spot, as you can tell. We were down on the floor yesterday. We had great hospitality from the people of Ada. We're up on top. Of course, we were here. We're kind of reminiscing when we first got here. We were here 3 years ago when this team was on this very run. The Lady Longhorns were. Opening up the scoring in the second quarter was Elgin from 2. That's from 3. That's Presley Hunt. She's got her second triple of the afternoon so far. Good sign for the Lady Horns. Stepping back and firing a 3. That's no good. That was Kelby Carter. That was Chloe Carter. And it was Kelby on the backside for the offensive rebound, and she was fouled.
Yeah, and right there, Hunt. We said how important is her game when she's knocking down her threes. Well, Exhibit A, and right there she's showing you what range she has as well.
Carter at will. A series of moves, tried to get to the bucket, and she was fouled once again. Kind of got tangled up by 3 white jerseys. Substitution, Ella Munholland is in. Sadie Hockersmith back out. 7:20 to go. A steal off the inbound pass. It's White. She's so good on those inbound plays. Of course, the Lady Horns were able to get back into the game and erase a 7-point deficit in a flash. They got 2 straight inbound steals from the Medill Lady Wildcats, and of course a 3-pointer by Callie Williamson. That also helped erase the deficit. Hunt with a great feed from Williamson. We are tied at 21. Presley Hunt with 8 points. She ties a game high with Callie Williamson with 8.
And that was a great pass by Williamson. She's seen the cut. She's seen the overplay from Elgin. Gives a good pass.
Wide open threes. These are some good looks by Elgin, and you've got to wonder at some point, are they going to fall? That was their second triple of the night. Hunt, with no thought about it, she fires a deep 3-pointer that would have been good in a college game if it was played here at ECU. Rebound White. It was Hunt driving inside. Jesse Buck wants to know why there wasn't a foul. He thought the defender from Elgin went straight down. Williams left alone. Corner, penetrate, a drive, a kick, a 3, no. Fight for the rebound, controlled by Lewis. Here come the Lady Longhorns. Lewis a little out of control. She loses the basketball, but thankfully it's Hunt right there to pick it up. Callie Williamson thought about a 3. Instead, it's Hunt who's got the hot hand. Knotted at 24 again. 42 combined points, 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Third triple for Hunt. She's got 11 in double figures.
Welcome back, Hunt. And yesterday, she might have not played the greatest game shooting-wise, and right now, Andy, this first half, she has played amazing.
Deep 3. That was a heat check right there from Kinley Garrett. She had scored the previous bucket for Elgin, and she got some inspiration from Presley Hunt, who's got limitless range on Hall of Fame. Garrett tried to answer, but that was an empty possession on an air ball from Elgin. Lady Horns can take the lead. Nance underneath for 2. A great feed from White. White has been not the scorer so far in this game. She only has 2 points, but she has served up some serious dimes to her teammates, especially in this second quarter. 26-24. Lady Horns out in front. Cross-court pass. It's Mraz, who's scoreless in this game. She drives inside, and she's fouled.
Well, it's been all offense, and Brianna White, they're doing a lot of screen and cuts and all that. They see the mismatch when they do a lot of these screen movements. They pull in these a little aggressive Elgin players, and right there, every time it's been a cut.
Saw Elgin in the beginning of the first quarter really impose their will, Aiden, with Chloe and Kelby Carter. But now it seems like they're trying to get something going beyond the arc. They've only hit 2 team threes. Most recent one was from Garrett. Mraz goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line. She remains scoreless. This is going to be a close call here. The official says it was last touched by a black jersey underneath. That was Chloe Carter. Horns can now add to a lead for the first time this afternoon. 5 minutes to play here at East Central University. White who only has 2 points, but as I mentioned, she's been a really good facilitating guard, making a series of passing moves. There was a foul away from the basketball. It was an offensive foul. It was called on Lewis. The official says that Lewis used an arm movement, or a chicken wing, if you will, an extension of the arm to try to get free as she cut through the paint. That's a tough break for Elgin, but they give it right back on an over and back. Oh, wow. That is not what you want to do. Careless turnovers.
And you got to give credit to how good this pressure has been for the Lady Longhorns, and it all comes from those guards. And Jessie Buck has been rotating. Maggie Nance, Rayana White, Williamson, to name a few.
Munholland with a triple no. The Lady Horns have outscored the Lady Owls 10-5 so far in this second quarter. 26-24 is where we stand. Elgin off the missed three-pointer from Munholland at the top of the key. On the baseline, it's Carter. In for two, missed it. Rebound, Hawkersmith. There was a foul. There was a foul, and it's getting a little loud in here. One of the players did not hear the whistle from the official.
And that's just great defense by the Longhorns, straight up as much as you can, not trying to block the shot, because they know they can't block a shot. And obviously, it's worked out pretty good for them so far. Great readjustment from the Longhorns.
4.5 to play, 26-24 is your score in favor of the Lady Longhorns. White with a screen from Hawkersmith. Hawkersmith, who will not shoot a three. She actually thought about it at one point. Very rarely do you see Hawkersmith work from beyond the arc. It's more inside the arc is where she makes her money. Lady Horns milking some clock here. They've now had the ball for now 30 seconds of action, under 4 minutes to play. Hawkersmith, corner, Munholland. Took a step, thought about a three. Instead, she drives baseline, puts up the shot, and she draws a foul. Great move, getting right past Carter, who just gave her the baseline. And Munholland on the left corner, works inside, and like I said, drew a foul. Leading scores for the Lady Longhorns. It is Presley Hunt with 11. Callie Williamson has 8. Hunt will check out. Jaden Cronley is in. For the Lady Owls, they've kind of hit a little scoring woe here. They only have 5 points so far in the second quarter after putting up 19 in the first quarter. And it is Munholland, who was actually over the orange line here at the Kerr Center. She looks back at the official and fires the second free throw attempt. That is up and good. Munholland goes 1 of 2. She's got 1 point, and she will check out. Maggie Nance is back in.
Yeah, and the freshman, Munholland, she came in and had some valuable minutes, right? When the Carter girl and stuff, playing some good defense and obviously attacking. And she's only a freshman, people.
Garrett misses badly on the three-pointer, and the ball ricochets out of bounds. Lady Longhorn basketball still up 3. Alicia Stevenson is in. She picked up 2 quick fouls in that first quarter and really only got about 2.5, 3 minutes of action.
Right now.
Jasmine Simmons is out, and back into the game for the Lady Owls is Marissa Mraz.
And I think the Lady Longhorns have been making Elgin a little tired. Obviously, score indicates it, and Elgin has done a great job matching the Longhorns, but it's going to take a toll, especially from the 2 Carter girls.
Cronley, who can shoot the three, out to Munholland. The baseline jumper, couldn't get the bounce, so rebound Alicia Stevenson. Stevenson gets it out. Lady Horns reset, penetrate, a floater on the fly. That's off the glass, no good by White, and charging in for the rebound is Nance, and she fouls Kelby Carter. That'll be free throws. It was the 5th team foul on the Lady Horns, so now you may start to see this game slow down, maybe. It's been a fast-paced game so far. 3:07 left in the first half of play. Lady Horns lead by 3. It's Kelby Carter to the free throw line, who's the leading scorer for the Owls with 10.
And this is probably something Elgin wants. Kind of a slow-paced game as much as they can. Obviously, as aggressive as the Lady Longhorns have been, when Elgin does slow it down, when they run their set plays and all that, it seems to work, and they always find themselves at the post. Carter girls are going to thrive on this system.
First free throw was no good. Second free throw is no good. 0 for 2 from the free throw line goes Carter. She stays at 10 points. 3 minutes left. Callie Williamson brings the ball up the floor. No pressure being shown by Elgin. Williamson got right to the rack and she was fouled. There's been a loose whistle so far as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Especially towards the tail end of the second quarter, Tana Mraz gets another explanation from the official. Mraz, as I mentioned, in his third overall year as the Elgin head coach. It's been the start of a turnaround after only winning during his tenure 12 games in a year and a half. Remember, he took over as the interim head coach in the middle of the 2023-2024 season. Elgin Lady Owls only won 7 games last year, but they have over 20 wins, a turnover.
Yeah, and when you think of teams like Elgin, Cash, you look at the previous success they've had recently in girls basketball, unbelievably. And, you know, at one point, that 7-win team used to be a state tournament team. So they're kind of get back into their roots, if you will, and they got a great coach to do it.
2:40 to play. Lady Horns have hit a little scoring drought as well. It's Williamson who had the ball deflected out of her hands. I believe she just lost it, and Munholland tried to save it out of bounds. Lady Horns unsuccessful to try to save the ball from out of play, and it's Elgin facing some pressure. They break it with ease. Sabrina Williams, who we know can run down the floor and try to work some offense in a hurry. Out of bounds, last touch by the Lady Horns. They lead by 5, largest lead of the afternoon so far.
And they have been doing a really good job of putting their hands in the lanes. Hunt right there. Could have got a steal right there, but deflections have been a good thing for this team.
Sabrina Williams has 1 3-point make in this game. They feed inside to Carter, trying to work back to what they did in the first quarter, and it works out for them. Now Carter, last trip to the free throw line, she went 0 for 2. She'll try to put some points on the board for Elgin. A scoring update in the second quarter. It's 29-24. The Lady Horns have outscored the Owls 13-5 now. Elgin really has had a hard time getting a bucket to fall. There's a free throw, that's good. Almost went about 4 minutes without a bucket. Callie Wallace is at the scores table. She will check in for the second time this half. She gets Ella Munholland, who gets a standing ovation from the Lone Grove home crowd here. They're sitting on the home side here at East Central University.
And for a freshman, she has been playing pretty good defense on Carter. I'd like to see her back in the game as much as possible if Jessie Buck, if she could stay out of foul trouble.
1 of 2 is Carter. It was Chloe Carter who actually had possession of the basketball but lost it. It was picked up by Nance. Here's White in the corner. Alicia Stevenson driving. Nice move off the glass and in for 2. 31-25, 6-point advantage for the Lady Horns. 15-6 is the scoring advantage in the second quarter. Sabrina Williams is bottom on a three-pointer. Her second three-point make of the half. She cuts the lead in half. Stevenson kicks. White is open. Rolls around. Couldn't fall. It was a toilet bowl.
Well, that would have
Couldn't get it to fall.
That would have been amazing if she made that shot right there, Andy.
Missing the shot is Elgin. Here comes White again. Missed the three-pointer just a possession ago. It almost fell. Presley Hunt was on the right wing, and she was hounding for the ball. She's the leading scorer for the Lady Horns. Stevenson takes a hard fall.
And right
Got
now,
tripped up.
And if you're Elgin right now, both Carter girls, they might get substituted here. It's been fast-paced as, yeah, one of the Carter girls is going to come out, and right now, it's going to be a tiring half, especially for the main scorers for the Elgin Owls.
Substitution for Elgin, it's number 25, Kinsley Maples. Turnover. Good job by Carter on the backside. Anticipating the pass, and she intercepted it. Williams with 2 3-point makes. It was a hard miss on the backside. Did not hit rim. White steps through. Got it stolen. Here comes Elgin in transition, and Carter goes right down the lane for 2. 1-point game. 31-30, 47 seconds to play in the first half.
And it might just be a set play. Jesse Buck trying to widen as much as he can. Might get a quick isolation from either Rayana White or even Presley Hunt.
61 combined points in this game from both teams. Lady Horns still have a 1-point advantage. They will try to hold for the final shot unless they find a good shot. And she got Hunt on the floor, White, who are relentless scorers. Hunt does not seem to not like a shot. She's been hot so far in this game. Blocking foul as Hunt took some contact but kind of sold it a little bit, but got knocked down, and that's free throws. Senior Presley Hunt, who eclipsed 1,000 points during her senior campaign, has been up and down in the postseason, which yesterday relatively quiet, but in the first 2 games in the district championship versus Plainview, she poured in 15 points with 3 3-point makes. And also against Pauls Valley, she had 14 with 4 3-point makes. First one is good. She has a dozen.
And we talk about how effective she is when she's on the court and she's playing lights out from beyond the arc. She's taking charges and stuff. This is the Presley Hunt you want to see, especially here in the area tournament, to get your shot at the area consolation prize.
Wilkerson is in for the Lady Longhorns. First time these final 8 seconds. Elgin has to work quickly with a shot. 4 seconds to play. Garrett working around the perimeter. Step back 3 from the top of the key. It's good at the buzzer, and Elgin is on the high side. At the end of the first half, it's Elgin who trailed the majority of the second quarter, and they get back to lead into the halftime break. 33-32 is the score. That's your score. We head into the station halftime show here on KICM TV. We'll hear a word from our sponsors and be back after these words.
Every community that we're involved in, we make local investments, whether that's time, that's money, or that's the resources of the bank. All of our employees are engaged in the communities that they serve. Our local booster clubs, our football clubs, our school programs. We invest our time and resources by volunteering within the schools. Lastly, our business model is to financially support the communities, loaning out local dollars. We're able to build up our communities that we serve. First National Bank is my community bank.
At Barrett Mortgage, you're not just a client, you're family. Your local mortgage experts, Kat and John Terry and Tim Barrett, have 50-plus years of combined experience in making things stress-free, with fast approvals and options tailored just for you. First-time buyers, refinances, federal loan programs, and more. Barrett Mortgage will guide you every step of the way. Your friendly and local mortgage lenders is Barrett Mortgage. For reviews, contact info, and more, visit barrettmortgagegroup.com. Barrett Mortgage, where we treat you like family.
PayMe checking is the #1 debit card at Communication Federal. With good reason, because you earn real money rewards with your Visa debit card. With Communication Federal, you can get a fresh, shiny, new debit card at the branch same day, so you can get out there and do your thing and get rewards for doing it. Open your PayMe checking account online at comfedcu.org or at any branch in just a few minutes. PayMe checking, only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Curbside pickup from Applebee's of Ardmore is an easy way to enjoy all of your Applebee's game day favorites. Favorites like the Fiesta Lime Chicken or made-to-order burgers. And Applebee's 2 for $25 is always a winning play. Order online or via the Applebee's app. Or better yet, have Applebee's cater your game day party. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. Applebee's of Ardmore. Open till midnight Sunday through Thursday and open till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays.
Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery has been caring for the people of Southern Oklahoma for over 40 years. As board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgeons, Dr. Wallace and Dr. Sutherland have the highest level of expertise in the removal of wisdom teeth, placement of dental implants, facial injuries, corrective jaw surgery, jaw pain, and facial cosmetic surgery. By continually learning innovative techniques and utilizing the most up-to-date technology, they are able to provide world-class oral and facial surgery right here in Southern Oklahoma. To discuss your oral or facial surgical needs, call the experts at Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery.
Athletic injuries are essentially orthopedic injuries with sport-specific components. At Excel Therapy, our goal is for the athlete to return to the sport quickly. Excel Therapy can assist in speeding up recovery following surgery by improving range of motion, strength, and flexibility. At Excel Therapy, we excel at sports medicine. We excel at physical therapy. We excel at helping you excel. With clinics in Ardmore and Durant, our team excels at orthopedic injury recovery and sports medicine. Find us at exceltherapyok.com.
Taking a look at the beautiful Kerr Center here in Elgin, 33-32. They didn't know we had them transition moves on us, did they? Look at us evolving, huh? I took that outside with my phone.
You know, back in the day, you know, we always try to find cool ways to be cool for y'all. So this is one of the ways we can do cool transitions.
It's interesting, Elgin was in their visitors' locker room here at East Central University. They were in there for about a good 3 minutes, and they are already out on the floor. This is a fast-paced game, Aiden, as we welcome you inside East Central University. If you did miss the first half, we'll give you a scoring update. It's 33-32 in favor of the Elgin Owls, thanks to a Kinley Garrett three-pointer, step-back three-pointer from the top of the key. After Elgin was outscored in that second quarter, they really did a nice job imposing their will inside the paint in the first quarter, but really went away from that, and that's what kind of caused them to get in a scoring drought. They tried the three-pointer. They only hit 3 in the second quarter on as many attempts, but really, I mean, I think the halftime speech for Tanner Mraz and his team is, I think you got to go back inside and try to work it, you know, with the Carter twins.
Well, and that's the thing, Andy. We've seen the Carter twins impose their will at the beginning of the game, and obviously Lone Grove did a really good readjust for that, but Elgin, too, has been matching the Longhorns on scoring from both beyond the arc and outside the Carter twins. And, Andy, like I said, to be the most effective team for the Elgin Owls, I think you got to go back to the Twins. I mean, they have been imposing their will at must here in this game.
Lone Grove, at one point, was outscoring the Lady Owls 13-5, and in that second quarter, the Lady Owls, the three-pointer helped, but they were only able to close the gap 16-14. So the Lady Horns did win the second quarter, but Elgin still is ahead by 1 here on KICM-TV, and we welcome you inside once again the Kerr Activities Center here at University of East Central, ECU, home of the Great American Conference.
The GAC.
Wayne Cobb Court, the GAC. Doesn't get much better than that. It just means more in the GAC. And this is the station halftime show here on KICM-TV. With wall-to-wall TVs, the station is your spot for pro, college, or even your local high school sports teams like the Lone Grove Lady Longhorns. 2 blocks east. It's located 2 blocks east of the Carter County Courthouse on Mill Street. Open 7 days a week. The station where every game is played on home turf. Lady Horns down by 1. Elgin ahead. We'll take a quick halftime break and hear a word from our sponsors here on KICM-TV.
Athletic injuries are essentially orthopedic injuries with sport-specific components. At Excel Therapy, our goal is for the athlete to return to the sport quickly. Excel Therapy can assist in speeding up recovery following surgery by improving range of motion, strength, and flexibility. At Excel Therapy, we excel at sports medicine. We excel at physical therapy. We excel at helping you excel. With clinics in Ardmore and Durant, our team excels at orthopedic injury recovery and sports medicine. Find us at exceltherapyok.com.
There's a look at our man Sam Hill. That is, that's the Sam Hill face.
That is the
You've seen that face many a times.
Plenty of times, especially
Didn't do the
in
laundry,
basketball.
didn't clean your room. I'm not talking about basketball.
Oh,
You know,
I'm not
that
talking
is your
about
father.
basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, our man Chris Suddiff as well, sitting on your right. They are in the Tiger Club. And we actually got to experience the Tiger Club. And it really is nice. You know, they didn't have much of a spread for food. I'll give them that. But, you know, what they had some little charcuterie board that was in there, and also some cookies. I love cookies.
I love cookies too, man. Yeah. Shout out Keon Coleman, man. He also loves cookies.
Here at East Central University, a dome, and I fear of heights. I do. I just want to get that out there. Even though I am a very tall person, never met me. But I don't know about you, Aiden, but I'm looking up and I'm kind of getting freaked out a little bit.
Yeah, it's a really cool design gym, but for guys like me and yourself that are afraid of heights, this is definitely not the spot, you know. But hey, you know what?
It's a pretty cool place, though.
It is a very, very beautiful gym. It's definitely stood the test of time, and yeah, and they keep improving it. It seems the floor is really nice. The amenities, obviously,
got some nice video boards up there
nice
too.
Video
you know?
boards.
Those are brand new.
It's got some natural light from the windows, so kind of a cool place to play some basketball, if you will.
Approaching a minute to play, we are about ready for a second half that, well, if it lives up to the first half, and after the two games we had yesterday, first with the Lone Grove Lady Longhorns and the Medill Lady Wildcats, and of course, if you missed it, the game yesterday afternoon that immediately began after the conclusion of the Lady Longhorn win. It was McLeod and Ardmore, and McLeod wins on a buzzer beater three-pointer from the left wing by Grayson Usey. Unfortunately, it was the end of the line for the Ardmore Tigers, but McLeod able to move on to the second round. They will play following this game, and the winner of this game will get a spot in the area consolation championship game. And of course, whoever wins that game will advance to the OG&E Arena in Oklahoma City. Open corner three to open up the play for the Elgin Lady Owls. It was Chloe Carter who missed. It was Kelby with an offensive rebound. It's now Chloe puts up the offensive rebound. And it was Elgin who, like I said in the first quarter, was able to work the second chance opportunities. Lots of opportunities, especially on the offensive glass. Hawker Smith with a great feed from Lewis. Lady Horns on the high side, 34-33.
And they got to take advantage of that moment. Carter is kind of slow when she goes down the court. It's always going to be a 5-on-4. As much athleticism as Lone Grove has, they got to take advantage of that.
Stolen by Lewis. She'll take it to the rack with a right hand. She thought she was fouled. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Lewis and the Lady Horns. Elgin basketball.
I thought she was a little bit fouled right there. Girl kind of clinged in to her left arm, kind of forced her to take a shot like that.
Good backside help by Hunt, but it's Kelby Carter who opens up the scoring and scores the first bucket for Elgin in the second quarter. She's got a game-high 15 points. Behind the back move, Hawkersmith, baseline pass was stolen. Good anticipation by Garrett, who hit the three-pointer to end the first half, and she feeds Mraz with a layup. Mraz with her first points of the night. That was Jasmine Simmons, actually. So a different starting five for Elgin, and Simmons gets into the scoring book for the first time this afternoon. Lewis, corner, Hawkersmith decides not to go to work. She'll fire a rare three-pointer, and it's no good. And Simmons gets the rebound. 37-34, Elgin on top. 6:15 left in this third quarter of action. Garrett from long range, and another air ball. Garrett has the green light.
Yeah.
The possession will end with her majority of the time, but it's the second time she's tried that long range three, and really the second time it's ended in an air ball.
Both offenses kind of starting out slow right there. Obviously, Elgin having some good layups as well as Lone Grove, but when they get into these set plays, it's been tough for them to score.
Callie Williamson with a great left-handed layup. She had to sit majority of the second quarter due to foul trouble. Williamson is in double figures with 10. Carter offensive rebound, takes a dribble. No good, but Chloe Carter is there on the offensive glass, and if this game continues, the way Elgin is rebounding, Lady Horns are flirting with disaster here because right now, Elgin is dominating the glass, offensively and defensively.
Well, you got to give credit to both Carter girls, who we said are some of the most important pieces on this team, specifically when they go for boards, when they go for second chance opportunities, and now you could see them here on the free throw line.
First free throw is good for Chloe Carter. Has 7 points. Make that 8. Maggie Nance was actually pushed down by Kelby Carter. And that free throw will still count. 39-36 is the score, but that's a cheap foul.
Yeah, right there, Chloe Carter, she's only flirting with one foul right here, so she's not in foul trouble considerably. It's a big piece. You don't want to have her foul out of this game, especially those kind of fouls.
Hunt, who was fantastic in the first half, put up 12 points. Her now third time scoring double figures in the postseason. Another foul by Elgin, so this is important to note that these kind of fouls can pile up. This third quarter has gone by fast, much like the entire game. Just at 5.5 to play, Hunt tried to feed it to Hockersmith, and both Lady Horns went after the basketball. It was Nance and Hockersmith, and a turnover and an empty possession for head coach Jesse Buck and company. Gracie Lewis is back in. She gets Maggie Nance.
And right now, I kind of like to see these Lady Longhorns press like they did there at the first half. It worked good, especially trying to get Elgin flustered just a bit.
Garrett, left hand, blew it, but the story of the game has been the offensive glass, and it's been number 33. Kelby Carter with the layup and the foul. She's now got 17 points. The foul was on Hockersmith. That's her third. With 5:09 to play in the third quarter, Elgin is up by 5. It can be 6 with a made free throw, and it is. Kelby Carter take a bow so far in this game. 18 points. Ella Munholland is back in the game. She gets Hockersmith.
And I got to give Carter some credit right there. She opened the lane for Garrett with a Gortat screen. Kind of a bypass of what you can do for a moving screen. Refs are not going to call that. She opened the lane and got the board.
I love that. You keep getting better and better. The Gortat screen. I don't think I was going to get that reference today. Lewis loses it out of bounds, and it's gone from the good, the bad, and now the ugly for the Lady Horns. They trail by 6 and another turnover. Back-to-back possessions. It was Lewis who lost it off of her leg. 42-36 the score. This is the largest lead for Elgin. Neither team has led by as many as 6 in the contest. Near steal by Hunt. Elgin remains possession with the basketball, and Carter throws it up again, and she just kind of shrugs her shoulders. She is getting everything inside the paint. She missed her shot, got a me-bound, if you will, and goes back to the free throw line for the second consecutive possession.
Well, right there, we talk about me-bounds. She does kind of remind me of an Angel Reese who stays in the lane, tries to find boards. And a lot of her points are coming from second chance opportunities, and that shows the effort, the aggression that this girl has. She's played fantastic so far here in the second half.
44-36, 45-36, largest lead of the game by either team. Carter with 21. It's the second leading scorer for the Owls is her sister, Chloe Carter. She just has 10. It's 2 Lady Owls in double figures. Lady Horns, another turnover, and it's a steal by Carter. She throws it away, gets it to Garrett. Lady Owls get it across the timeline. They are in full control. Garrett driving, fouled, puts it up. Can't get the shot to fall, but 2 free throws for number 2.
And right now, it's starting to run away. Some of the big players you're seeing here, Garrett, Carter, are taking very aggressive start here for this defense to stop. And right now, Lone Grove has no answers but to foul.
Tanner Mraz, the head coach of Elgin, led his team to a 23-6 overall record up to this point. They finished the regular season ranked number 15th inside Class 4A. Both free throws are good by Kinley Garrett. Alicia Stevenson is in, Callie Williamson is out. Williamson with a dozen, along with Presley Hunt. They've combined 24 of the 36 total points for the Lady Horns, and if they want to get back in this game, I'm afraid number 15 is going to have to get in the scoring book. Rihanna White, she's been quiet in this game. Maggie Nance, who has 2 points, misses on the 3. Quick pass ahead. It's Chloe Carter. She's stopped by Mulholland, but a spin move inside for 2. Missing the shot, trying to get her own miss. It's controlled by Hunt, out of bounds, but not out of bounds. It was saved by Kelby Carter. And Elgin will slow it down. 3:50 to play in the third quarter. Elgin is up by 11.
And right there, another possession where Lone Grove could have got it. It's back to Elgin.
Garrett in her own island knocks down a 3 and she lets it fly. 50-36. Elgin has blown this game wide open, up by 14. Jesse Buck has not elected to call a timeout to maybe calm his team down. He's going to let them try to weather the storm. White with a whole lot of dribble moves in the lane. That was not a great possession for the Lady Horns. Much like in this entire third quarter, they have not found an answer defensively, and they have found a lid on the basket offensively. Jasmine Simmons up top. Garrett, who just hit the 3 a possession ago to give Elgin a 14-point lead. The largest of the night, and it continues. Garrett working around, guarded by Nance. It's Chloe Carter, who thought about the 3, but drives on Stevenson, who got turned around, and she puts the shot off the glass. No good. Kelby Carter, offensive rebound. Same story, same result. 52-36 as we approach 2.5 to play. Mulholland loses it out of bounds, and a turnover. Jesse Buck finally calls a timeout. It is all Elgin at ECU. We'll be back on the other side.
Bank First is deeply rooted in more than 50 communities statewide. Towns bound together tightly by loyalty. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery has been caring for the people of Southern Oklahoma for over 40 years. As board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgeons, Dr. Wallace and Dr. Sutherland have the highest level of expertise in the removal of wisdom teeth, placement of dental implants, facial injuries, corrective jaw surgery, jaw pain, and facial cosmetic surgery. By continually learning innovative techniques and utilizing the most up-to-date technology, they are able to provide world-class oral and facial surgery right here in Southern Oklahoma. To discuss your oral or facial surgical needs, call the experts at Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery.
13-0 run for Elgin in the third quarter. They've also outscored the Lady Longhorns 19-4 in this third quarter. And we noted that in the station halftime show, Elgin did not spend a lot of time in the locker room. Whatever adjustments they needed to make, whatever words Tanner Mraz had to say to his team, it has worked in this third quarter, and it's the Lady Longhorns who so far they are falling behind, and it seems to be they are in quicksand. Still a lot of basketball to be played, another quarter, but out of the timeout, it is once again into Kelby Carter. She scores her 25th point of the afternoon. Williamson, quick trigger 3, no good. A rebound, Carter, she might have got fouled. Got hit in the face by Hunt. 15-0 run.
And you're starting to see the box and one there, but like I said, these Elgin girls got to give a good pass right there. Garrett had a great pass, but they're still going to look for her.
Jasmine Simmons looks to join the party here in the third quarter. She misses from the right wing. A rebound, Lewis to Hawkersmith, and the 15-0 run is snapped. Sadie Hawkersmith on a rebound, or on a bump shot. Good feed from Lewis. 54-38, and it's back the other way. Carter puts it off the glass from her own miss, and she's got 27. She is blistering. Callie Williamson opens with a 3. 15 points, she's got a team high.
Well, if Jesse Buck has any trust in these girls, he knows that Lone Grove can score at a rapid pace. They just got to play good defense here.
Mraz off the glass. Did she call glass? I don't know. Still counts. 59-41. That's a good sign. You know things are going well when you hit a shot like that. Lewis takes a bump, no whistle. And you guessed it, it's Kelby Carter on the backside for the rebound. 59-41, 18-point advantage for Elgin. Came into this afternoon, sorry, Aiden.
No, you go ahead, go ahead.
Came into tonight averaging 60 points per game. They're at 59 in 3 quarters. Garrett misses everything on a shot from the right elbow.
And right there, Elgin's kind of slowing it down just a little bit to milk as much time as possible as Kelby Carter is out of the game. But, Andy, you're going to see a trend right here where you're going to see not much shots maybe from the Owls, and they're going to try to milk as much time as possible, forcing Lone Grove to do something completely different.
Lewis, Williamson, Hockersmith, Hunt, and White. That is Lewis from the top of the key. 2 strong offensive rebound. It's Hockersmith for 2. Sadie Hockersmith with 8 points. Jasmine Simmons had it knocked away, stolen Hunt. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Shot will not count from Hunt, who heaved it from half court. And 59-43 is your score. It was all Elgin. In the 3rd, we head to the 4th.
Stillwater Milling Company, more than just a feed store. Every kind of feed and seed that you need. Pet stuff to livestock supplies, a farm and ranch, we're the guys. For any kind of job, we help you do it right. Stillwater Milling Company, more than just a feed store.
Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery has been caring for the people of Southern Oklahoma for over 40 years. As board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgeons, Dr. Wallace and Dr. Sutherland have the highest level of expertise in the removal of wisdom teeth, placement of dental implants, facial injuries, corrective jaw surgery, jaw pain, and facial cosmetic surgery. By continually learning innovative techniques and utilizing the most up-to-date technology, they are able to provide world-class oral and facial surgery right here in Southern Oklahoma. To discuss your oral or facial surgical needs, call the experts at Southern Oklahoma Oral and Facial Surgery.
Fourth quarter is upon us, ladies and gentlemen, and it could be the final 4th quarter of the season for the Lady Longhorns if they do not get back in this game. They are in a 16-point hole. To begin this 4th quarter, we welcome you inside East Central University. Andy Dunham, Aiden Hale, bringing you 2nd round area tournament action through the consolation bracket. Callie Williamson is fouled. If you want to know what the numbers were in the 3rd quarter alone, Elgin outscored the Lady Horns 26-11, and it was mainly in part to a 15-0 run at one point from Elgin that was mainly led by Kelby Carter, who's still in the game. She's got 27 points.
Well, right now, it's a great start, especially from Williamson, who is hitting that free throw, but it's an important start offensively for something to go, and you got to find out, how can the Lady Longhorns stop number 33 from scoring? They've done boxing once for her. They got to do something else to maybe get her off her game.
1 of 2 from the line is Williamson. She has 16 points. 59-44, near steal by Williamson. Carter, that's Kelby, number 33, who has 27. Missed a shot, and the Lady Horns are able to get a rebound. No second chance points. White was fouled. She got hit in the wrist area on her right arm as she went up for the layup. And White, who has not had the ideal game for the Lady Horns, just 2 points in the contest after pouring in 12 in the game-winning layup against Medill yesterday afternoon. First free throw good.
And this is important. They've gone to the charity stripe 2 times here with only 7:34 left to go. They're still in this ball game considerably. They got to find ways to score.
White goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 59-46 is the score, 13-point advantage. Still, that's a steal. The full court pressure, it's Lewis who got right at the rim. She was all alone and she missed it. Timeout by Tanner Mraz. 7:25 left, we'll keep it here. 59-46 is your score. Tanner Mraz, as you see right there in the middle of your screen, we noted the fantastic turnaround that he has led by himself and his coaching staff, coaching his team hard. You want to know how a team is playing good in the postseason? It's really when they peak around January, February. You hear the cliche saying that coaches want to play, we want to play our best basketball by January. Certainly that's what Stephen Hunt for the Lone Grove Longhorns said at the beginning of the year. Every team wants to play their best basketball in January.
Well,
I'm going to go ahead and give this stat real quick. In the months of January and February, Elgin is 18-4 in those 2 months. Wow. Go ahead.
Well, Andy, you kind of hit it on the nail right there. You want to start playing your best basketball during the months of January, February. We certainly seen that from the Medill Lady Wildcats yesterday, who went 20 wins and 1 loss during that stretch almost. I mean, Andy, it's important to play your best basketball, and right now Elgin is playing certainly well.
Give credit to that record in January alone. Elgin went 12-2. That was part to a 10-game winning streak. Missed shot by Garrett, but cleaning up the mess like she has all afternoon long. It's Kelby Carter now with 29. She's knocking on the door of a 30-piece in the second round of the area tournament. Williamson open for 3. Off the side of the rim, it falls into the hands of Jasmine Simmons. They went 12-2 in January. Part of that was because of a 10-game winning streak. And during that 10-game winning streak, when Elgin really started to hit their stride, they had an average point differential of around 30 points. Garrett 3, in and out. Hockersmith saves it. Lady Horns running. They don't have numbers. They will slow it down. Lewis. And now Williamson keeps it herself. Hockersmith drives, relocates, puts up the shot, can't get it to fall. Hunt cannot corral the offensive rebound. Out of bounds. And it's in the hands of the Elgin Lady Owls, who lead by 15 points. And Sabrina Williams is back in the game for Elgin.
And kind of a slow start for both teams, trying to find something going. Obviously, this is one of the slowest quarters we've had all day long.
Carter with 31 points. 63-46. White, 2, no. Controlled by Elgin, 6 minutes still to play in the fourth quarter. Still a lot of time left, but what Elgin can do now, since they're up by a comfortable amount of 17 points, you can kind of start to maybe milk some clock and just get whatever you want inside. I mean, that's been the story of the game. Chloe Carter missing. Carter with 11 points, the second leading scorer. Leader for the Owls is, of course, Kelby Carter with 31. That was a good move by Hockersmith, but she misses the shot. She falls to the deck, tracking down her own miss, and she was fouled by Marissa Mraz.
Yeah, and right there, I'm kind of surprised, too, that Elgin would take a three-point shot, especially in that moment for Carter, who typically you won't find her shooting a much threes.
Hunt takes a screen from White, fires a triple. No good. Backside rebound, Sabrina Williams. 5:17 to play in the fourth quarter. Corner, Mraz, three-pointer, short. He's missed both of her three-point attempts in this game. Hunt is fouled. I believe they just called it out of bounds off of Elgin. Wilkerson back in the game for the Lady Horns. 5 minutes to play. 63-46 is the score in favor of Elgin. You're on KICM TV. Stevenson is fouled. Alicia Stevenson, we noted in the beginning of the broadcast when she came in, the early part of the first quarter, she did pick up 2 fouls. In about 2 minutes of play, it was Stevenson who got some important minutes yesterday in the first round win against Medill. Her first free throw's up and good. The path for Elgin, unless a miraculous comeback attempt is achieved like yesterday afternoon for the Lady Longhorns, the playoff path will continue for Elgin. It started in districts at Blanchard when they won 70-24. They have wins over Bridge Creek, lost to McLeod. That is their only loss in this postseason. Of course, McLeod, the Lady Redskins, will take on the tall task of the Douglas Trojets later on tonight in the area championship. Winner of that game goes to the state tournament. Douglas looking to make it 3 straight state tournament appearances. We have a timeout on the floor by Jesse Buck. We'll take one as well and be back in 30 seconds.
Stillwater Milling Company, more than just a feed store. Every kind of feed and seed that you need. Pet stuff, the livestock supplies, a farm and ranch, we're the guys. For any kind of job, we help you do it right. Stillwater Milling Company, more than just a feed store.
.448 left to play here at East Central University at Wayne Cobb Court, not field. It's a basketball court. Elgin has done everything, almost everything right on the basketball floor.
Yeah, especially the second half. Definitely got the readjustments.
Chloe Carter with 13. Stevenson on the offensive rebound is fouled again.
The one benefit that the Longhorns have right now is that obviously they're getting to the charity stripe, but there's not much time wasted. There's still 4:32 left, and we've seen the Longhorns make some miraculous comebacks. We've seen them shoot the ball lights out when they need it the most. This is a good sign so far if they're making the free throws.
Stevenson went 2 of 2 the first time she went to the free throw line. Makes the first, misses on the second. Rebound, White. 65-48, still the score. Elgin up by 17. Stevenson lost her footing. White picks it up, fires a 3. No good. Rebound, Sabrina Williams. Into the hands of Kinley Garrett. Now Mraz. You start to see maybe Lady Horns turning up the aggressiveness on defense, maybe trying to get a steal. Certainly you don't want to try to foul, but they have one team foul in this quarter, so they have plenty of fouls to give if they want to try to stop the clock and maybe send Elgin to the free throw line. That should be Elgin basketball.
Yeah.
Last touch by Hawkersmith.
And that's something they're going to have to start doing here. You're starting to see a lot of these rotations going towards aggressive defenders, and that's something they need, especially if I'm correct. Elgin will try to milk a lot of time.
Under 4 minutes to play. Fitting, Elgin jumped out to the big lead in the third quarter, but in this fourth quarter, this has by far been the longest quarter of the night. Kinley Garrett continues to pour in three-pointers from beyond the arc. That's her 4th. And she has 16 points. Lewis with a pump fake. Driving with a right hand. Layup off the glass, no good. Chloe Carter rebound. Garrett gets it ahead to Sabrina Williams. Pass, Mraz, one-handed runner, missed it. Last touch by Lewis, out of bounds.
It's been so hard for the Lady Longhorns to get anything going. We've seen how aggressive they were in the first half, making a lot of shots, layups and stuff, but right now the lid is closed here in the second half, and they've been struggling deeply.
Garrett stopped on a dime. It's out to Williams. Corner to Mraz. It seems like Elgin now is starting to milk some clock, but when you get it into number 33, actually might have been the first time tonight she caught the ball in the post and didn't look at the basket. She was looking to pass. She tried to hit her sister Carter in the corner, and the pass was too high. Callie Wallace is in. Sadie Hawkersmith is out. Timeout called by Lone Grove. We'll take a timeout as well here on KICM TV. Elgin still in control, now by 20 points.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. we're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
we're with you. We're united.
Your pickup is an extension of you. Whether it's a work truck or a daily driver, you'll probably add a brush guard, steps, or rhino lining, spray-in bed liner, or running boards, bed mat, and cargo cover. If you're towing a camper, you may need a fifth wheel hitch. If it's your pride and joy, consider custom wheels and tires to go along with everything else. V&E Custom Trucks can take your stock pickup just like every other Joe on the block and turn it into your one-of-a-kind dream machine. Or just make it a lot more functional for you. Whatever your taste, whatever your budget, talk to the experts and V&E Custom Trucks. Highway 70 in Lone Grove, 657-6536.
Back here inside the Kerr Activities Center. White three-pointer. No good, and it's Kelby Carter with a rebound and a free layup if Elgin wants it. Good defense and good hustle by the Lady Longhorns, and a foul is on Lone Grove. Williamson came in from the backside and actually got possession of the basketball, but I believe they'll call her for a foul. That's her third. Williamson, the leading scorer, was 16 for the Lady Horns. Williamson just ripped the ball away from Carter. She's fouled. Jump ball, actually, is called. Possession arrow will stay with Elgin. (68-48). Final 2 minutes and 38 seconds. We're dwindling down in this game. Another foul on the shot. 2 free throws for Carter. First free throw good, 32 points. It's our second 30-piece I think we've been a part of here during this playoff run. Justice Woods for the Douglas Trojettes, who will play tonight in this building at 6 o'clock against McLeod, put up a 30-piece against the Lady Longhorns, and now it is, for the second time in the postseason, Kelby Carter scoring 30 or more points on the Lady Longhorns. Another timeout by Elgin. Will keep it right here. .30 seconds to play, and for the season, you can kind of feel the sand kind of falling from the top of the hourglass for the Lady Longhorns, who had an incredible year this year under second-year man Jesse Buck. They brought back experience, 5 seniors on the roster, including 4 returning starters. Came in this afternoon with a 22-5 overall record, ranked number 18th inside Class 4A. Jesse Buck is coaching his 53rd career game as the head coach of the Lady Longhorns. Of course, he was a double coach last year, and what I mean by that is he coached both boys and girls. Williamson off the steal, puts up the 3, and it's good. 70-51, the three-pointer by Williamson cuts the lead to 19. Jesse Buck, the Wilson High School graduate, got his team really moving in the right direction this year, and he deserves all the credit for getting to this point. But in March and really late February, you see a lot of solid teams drop, and it's really, you know, it happens every year. Teams that rip off 21, 22 wins in a season, they play really good, they have a good district record, conference record. Sometimes teams like the Lady Longhorns, they just fall short in these kinds of situations in the second round. It was Chloe Carter for 2.
Well, Andy, when you get to this stage, the area tournament, any team you play, they obviously got to be good. And Elgin is no exception of that. They are a terrific team led by some amazing girls who know how to play basketball. So for the Lady Longhorns to keep coming and continuously getting the area consistently, it's the steps in the right direction for Coach Buck's team.
Pass into double coverage, intercepted by Presley Hunt. Of course, we cannot not give credit to Tanner Mraz, who's kept the majority of his starters still in the game. 21-point advantage, free throws for Presley Hunt. She watches her high school career dwindle down in the final minute 17. Hunt with 12 points. She had a terrific first half. She had 11 in the first half. It's just her second point. Substitutions, and you see the dreaded final standing ovation for the senior class. Callie Wallace, number 33. Sadie Hawkersmith, number 23. Callie Williamson, number 14. And Rihanna White, number 15. White, along with Hawkersmith, have made this move before where they walk off the court for the final time in this arena. That was at least for a season. This time it'll be the final time as a Lady Longhorn basketball player. Presley Hunt still in the game for the Lady Longhorns. Elgin, they're going to dribble around. Maggie Nance tried to help up the Elgin player, Marissa Mraz. And Mraz did not take exception to the sportsmanship by Nance, and making the slow trot to the free throw line now is Marissa Mraz with 3 points.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I feel like Maggie just trying to foul, trying to have a say into this game and showing great sportsmanship. And you know that's what it's all about at the end of the day. And
Presley Hunt checks out for the last time. Alicia Stevenson is in. Not a lot of times you see this. There is not a senior on the floor for Jessie Buck's squad. All 5 sit at the end of the bench. Now we will see a substitution, should be a multitude of substitutions. Get some players out of the game for Elgin. They will get set for the Area Consolation Championship. They will play the winner, or excuse me, they will play the loser of either Douglas or McLeod. And just off the top of my head, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but that is it's at least a top 10 matchup, McLeod and Douglas, right?
Yeah.
That's a top 5 matchup, I want to say.
That's going to be a good matchup, and I think, if I'm correct, McLeod has been ranked above Douglas throughout the season, so whatever this game implicates, it's going to be a fierce atmosphere, especially from those great fans of McLeod.
Missing the shot underneath is Elgin. Stevenson with the basketball. It's Wilkerson working at the top of the key. Nance up top. Corner, Munholland, three-pointer. Misses it. Rebound, Stevenson. 22 seconds to play, and now no whistle. 16 seconds left. Wilkerson guarded by Bailey Bybee, number 11 in the game. Also in the game for Elgin, number 3, Bryn Hollowell. 0-0, Gabby Abraham also on the floor. Jasmine Simmons is in the game, number 30. She stays in the game for Elgin. So substitutions still for Jessie Buck's squad. Seven seconds left. Bybee will look to dribble it out. It was a late three-pointer that probably would have counted, but it wouldn't have mattered. 73-52 is your final score. And it's the end of the line for the Long Grove Lady Longhorns. Their season ends in the second round of the area tournament. 22-6 overall record is the final stamp on the 2025-26 campaign for Jessie Buck and the Long Grove Lady Longhorns. We'll take a quick break and be back with final thoughts here on KICM TV. Once again, your final score, 73-52, Elgin advances to the Area Consolation Championship.
Exceptional Community Hospital. Your Ardmore Hospital is now open. We're a full-service hospital focused on addressing the healthcare needs of the community. We offer a wide range of care, including on-site labs and radiology services. You can count on friendly and caring staff, experienced physicians, and personalized care plans during a hospital stay or emergency visit. Plus, our streamlined check-in processes keeps your wait to a minimum. Exceptional Community Hospital Ardmore, because someone as exceptional as you deserves our care.
You don't see big banks doing what 1NB does. We're a community bank. We're here to serve the community. We see where we can help people and what they're really doing in their businesses. Our dedication to making sure that our community, where we live, where we work, is successful is a primary purpose of our bank. First National Bank cares about me and my community. I love living in a small community. I'm going to choose a small bank with people that care about the same community that I care about. First National Bank is my community bank.
Final score 73-52. Congratulations to the Elgin Lady Owls, led by head coach Tanner Mraz, and of course the services of Kelby Carter. She finished with 31 points in the contest. Leading scorer for the Lady Longhorns was Callie Williamson with 18 points. Presley Hunt finished with 13. And it's the end of the line for the Long Grove Lady Longhorns and Jessie Buck. They finished the year with an overall record of 22-6, and the second season for Jessie Buck has concluded here at the second round of the area consolation bracket portion. And for the final time this year, we'll give our final thoughts, starting with my man Aiden Hill, which I want to say, by the way, you helped me out tremendously throughout the playoffs. Your dad also helped out as well, stepping up, and I just want to say I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to come help me coordinate a camera and also give great analysis, my man.
Yeah, man, I enjoy these kind of moments, especially calling basketball games with my best friend. So that's the best thing about it, man. That's the best thing about it. I love to help. But besides that, this game, man, what we saw offensively from both teams in the first half was tremendous. It was lights out, shots going all over the place, and it felt like this game was going to be something great. And obviously the second half, Elgin just took complete control over this game. And obviously you got to give credit to the Elgin Owls for making the readjustments as always, especially from a team like that. That is really good. But I like to say, for what this Longhorn team has shown throughout these years, especially the seniors with Rayana White, Presley Hunt, Sadie Hawker-Smith, Callie Williamson, there has been girls who have been tremendous for this team that have been doing it since they were freshmen. So to go out and compete, that's the best thing. And their record has been nothing but great. And hopefully this trend tends to go in the right direction for Jessie Buck and his squad for next year and possibly make that punch into the state tournament.
You got to rebuild a little bit.
Yeah.
When you lose 4 returning starters and 5 seniors, that is going to hurt. But we know Jesse Buck. He's a tremendous coach. He's an even better person. We got to speak with him a little bit during this playoff run, especially yesterday. He was fired up after the game yesterday when the Lady Horns took down Medill. But really the story of the game, it was a tale of 2 halves. After a 1-point advantage for Elgin, off a 3-pointer from Kinley Garrett, it kind of seemed like the game just changed from that moment on. And you can look at the third quarter. You can look at Elgin outscoring the Lady Horns 26-11. You can look at overall Elgin outscoring the Lady Horns 39-20 in the second half alone. So once again, congratulations to Elgin. They improved to 24-6. They have a date with a top-ranked opponent, and they can avenge a loss to McLeod. They lost by 20 points to McLeod in the regional second round of the regional tournament in the winners bracket, but they can avenge a loss, or they could play. They could try to take on the Douglas Trojettes, and we know all about Douglas. They are a force to be reckoned with, both boys and girls. But yeah, those are my insights. I want to appreciate everybody who made this happen for us here on KICM TV. Our man Bob Sullins, our man Jay Lindley, are both of our station directors doing a great job helping us out. I'd like to thank our sponsors. I'd like to thank our viewers as well. We got tremendous support from everybody. I believe we poured in. We got over 1,000 views in the Lone Grove Ardmore game. We got close to 1,000 in the district championship game. We got close to that in the Ardmore channel. And of course, I haven't checked the numbers tonight, but I believe we did really well.
Wow.
So hopefully we did our part. Hopefully we did our jobs. And we appreciate everything from everybody. And more importantly, I appreciate you for helping me out, man.
Yeah. I didn't know that much people tuned into the game, man. That kind of makes me scared, you know.
Oh yeah, you know, it's, everything we say on the air is documented, my man. So that's a part of being the business. But once again, I really appreciate you helping me out. Appreciate everyone back at home in Lone Grove, Ardmore, if you're listening, in Buffalo, New York, or Lexington, Kentucky, or in Puerto Vallarta as well. I don't know if you probably need to be watching basketball if you're in Puerto Vallarta right now, but yeah, no, some good stuff here in East Central University. Our time is wrapped up here. We got under 3 minutes to play for this next game, Ada versus McLeod, and it's going to be interesting to see how McLeod responds after that game winner yesterday against Ardmore, sending the Tigers packing. But once again, for the final time, I've rambled on enough. Once again, my name's Andy Dunham. Aiden Held joining us as well, coordinating your camera and providing color commentary. Thank you so much to everybody that makes this happen. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our viewers. And for the final time here on KICM TV for the basketball season, we are signing out. Good night, Oklahoma.
Exceptional Community Hospital. Your Ardmore Hospital is now open. We're a full-service hospital focused on addressing the healthcare needs of the community. We offer a wide range of care, including on-site labs and radiology services. You can count on friendly and caring staff, experienced physicians, and personalized care plans during a hospital stay or emergency visit. Plus, our streamlined check-in processes keeps your wait to a minimum. Exceptional Community Hospital Ardmore, because someone as exceptional as you deserves our care.